Good morning, guys. I'm audible.
Good morning.
Okay, so have you tried to practice on the last session? Whatever we have seen. Yes.
Hemraj, we haven't received the last session video.
Yeah, I will check that one, and today we will update. Let's connect with the file. So in the last session, we had seen the group by, right? I think group by we had seen, and now we will see the next features in the Power Query editor.
Sir, can you please repeat group by in short?
Okay. I think when I will upload the video, you will understand again. Right.
Okay, sir.
So after watching this video, if you don't understand, then I will explain the document. Okay.
Okay.
या मी आज बनवून टाक आज बनवून टाक Okay, so we have loaded the data into the Power BI. How to go to the Power Query editor, Sudarshan? Hello. How to go to the Power Query editor window? So there are two ways, right? Piyusha, I'm audible.
Yes,
Okay. How to go to the Power Query editor?
there are two ways. First is transform data. Just need to click transform data.
Okay.
And another one is just need to click on the order and right click and edit query.
Okay. So in this way, we can go to the Power Query editor. Okay. So we have data right now. And in the last session, we had seen the group by. In the last session, we had seen the group by. So what are the things we have seen in the home tab? You can see there is a home tab, transform tab, add column, view tab, right? So in the home tab, we had seen the some of the features. What was the feature we completed already? How to connect with new file, then enter data source setting. What is the use of data source setting? Then how to refresh the query or particular query, then there is a duplicate reference. Okay, that you will see. Choose columns, how to just choose the column, how to remove the column, how to remove the rows, how to remove the duplicates. Then if you want to split the column, how to use, what is the use of split column features. Okay, and there are different features in the split column: by delimiter, by number of positions, by number of character, lower to uppercase. So these are the features of split column. Then we have seen also the use first row as a header, right, and a group by. Now we will see what is the use of replace value. What is the use of replace value? So let's say our client our client is saying that he has a requirement that if there is a null in any column, in any major column, what is a major sorry, in any number column. Okay, if there is a null, if there is a null, we should replace with the, we should replace, if suppose if column is number, if there is a column is number. Okay, and in that column, if there is, if there is a null, if there is a null, then we should replace the null, we should replace the null with what value we should replace? We should give it as a we should give it as a 0. Okay, number, column number is dimension. What is sorry, if column is a dimension, are you clear everyone what is the dimension?
Yes, non-aggregation.
Non-aggregation, right? And aggregation is a number column on which we can perform the calculation, like sum, mean, max, right?
Yes.
So right now, okay, Piyusha, are you clear about what is the dimension, what is the measures column?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so postal code is the dimension or measure?
Dimension.
Why dimension?
Because it is in a non-aggregation form.
Yeah, we cannot perform any operation like sum, mean, max. कभी भी हम देखते हैं क्या पोस्टल कोड को हम सम करते हुए या एवरेज निकालते हुए? No, right? So it means this is a dimension, right? City also dimension, state also dimension. So postal code is a dimension code. So if there is any dimension column, okay, and in that dimension column is there any null, then we should replace null with the NA. What we should replace? We should replace with the NA. Okay, so let's how to check, perform this. You can see the column format right now, it is in the number format. We need to convert into the text first. We need to convert into the text first. Okay, just click on the 1 2 3. This is the data type. Right now, what is that? 1 2 3, it is in the whole number format, right? I want to convert into text. So can you see there is a text column, text data type? So I will just click on the text. So now it will become a textual value. So now you can see it come under the ABC, right? So you can change your data type of the column from here. You can change your data type of the column from here. Okay, there are different data types like decimal number, fixed decimal number, whole number, percentage, date format, time format. Okay, so text format. So these are the this column is for the, this column we just converted into the text format. Okay, now I want to replace the, on the place of the null I want to replace with the NA. I want to replace with the NA. How to replace? So there is a replace value, you can see there is a replace value. So there are two ways you can replace. First is from the home tab and go to the replace value. Okay, and other way is that right click on the column, you will get an option that is the replace value. Okay, if you directly right click on the column, you will get the option as replace value. Okay, so just replace the value, just click on the replace value. Okay, what we want to find out, we need to find out the null, right? On the place of the null, what I want to remove, what I want to replace, I need to replace with the NA, right? NA. Just click on OK. Can you see? All null has been converted into the NA. All null has been converted into the NA. Can you see everyone? Understood? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you can see we just converted into the NA. So wherever they will find a null, they will convert to the NA. Okay, so this is use of the replace value. So there are two ways. Either you can go to the replace value here, or you can right click on the column. You will see the option replace value. Okay, let's see. Now next is, what is the next feature is, there is a merge query and append query. That we will see later, because this is one of the important features. Okay, so that we will see. So also I want to clear today what happens in the edit query. Whenever we do any of the steps, what does it mean steps? When I connect it to the data and come to the Power Query editor, come to the Power Query editor, what I did first, I converted this column into the other format, right? ABC text format. So what? So that was the first step. That was the one step. Okay, what was the second step? Second step, I replaced the value from null to the NA. Right? That was the next step. Right? So whenever you create any action, here, it create a step on the right side. You can see first we connected to data. So for data, it is created the one step, that is a source. Then it automatically selected the particular table, because there was a 4 to 5 sheets. So we selected the order sheet, right? So order table we selected. So navigation step created. Then automatically it detected the data type. Automatically it take the column name. Okay, so promoted to header, and then automatically they detected the data type. What is the data type of the column? Every column has a data type. You can see in the sales data type is a decimal. Why it is showing decimal? Because they're based on their value. What is their value? Their value is the in the point, like dot something. So it means it is in the decimal format. So Power BI automatically detected the data type of the that field. You can see it is a decimal number. It is already they have detected. Then quantity showing a whole number. So it is not showing the decimal here, right? Because there is no value like a decimal. Are you clear what is a decimal number, everyone, or not? Decimal number is nothing but a dot this number. Okay. Suppose I got a 50%. Okay, I got a 50%. What is this number? This number is a whole number. Okay, we can call it as a integer number also. Okay, so this is a whole number or integer number, we can call it. But suppose I got a 50.5%. Okay, what you will call it? This number is a decimal number. If number has a decimal value, decimal means after dot whatever the value are coming, that is a decimal number. Okay, if number has a decimal number, okay, that we will call it as a decimal number data type. So what is the data type of this number? First number, it is data type is a whole number, and second data data value has a data type is a decimal number. Clear?
Yes.
Everyone? Sudarshan, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, what is the decimal number and what is the number? Okay, so Power BI automatically detected the value in the column, and based on that it give the format of that column. So in quantity there are only whole number, right? So based on the whole number it gives the only whole number data type, right? Automatically detected. In discount, if you go to the discount has some decimal number, right? 0.1, 0. Something, right? So it gives the decimal number. Okay, so Power BI, whenever Power BI take the data, it automatically detected their data type. So if you see there is a ABC. Why? Because if there is any textual value, it automatically detected the text data. Okay, It is automatically treated as a text data type. Okay, so what we did first we connected to the file, then we select the order table, then automatically it takes the header, what are the columns come, and then it change the data type automatically. Okay, and then we replace the value, also we change the some one data type, right, of the one of the column. So all these steps and codings are coming here. So there is a every steps it will come, for every step it is come. Okay, let me show you how it come. Go to the advanced editor. Okay, can you see advanced editor? Just click on advanced editor. Okay, click on the advanced editor. Then you can see there is a source excel dot workbook file dot content user con document my tableau repository data source. So in the code you can see now, let me show you code. First what happened, we connected this file. Okay, so first step they created automatically. Okay, in second stage we had selected only order table, right, from the sheet. So they are showing that you selected only order sheet table. Okay, then third step is automatically they take the column name on the header. Okay, so this is the default by default. This is by default step. Whenever you take the any file, it automatically will come. Whenever you take the file, it will automatically will come. Okay, now next thing, if you do the any extra thing, like we replace the value. So for replace action, it created a new step. Like you can see we had converted the null to the na. We converted null to na based on the column of the postal code. Okay, you don't need to write any code, but you need to understand how Power BI created their step. Whatever we create an action, okay, how it creates. Suppose if I delete the last step, it will go back to that step. Let's say, okay, let's go to the, okay, let's go to the postal code. In postal code it is showing a null, but we had converted into na, right? Why it is showing null? Because I am on the click on the change type, not on the replace value. If I click on the replace value, we are on the next step where we had to replace the value. Okay, if suppose if you delete this step, you will get back as a null, because this step is for only converting the null to the na, right? So just I'm clicking like cancelling this step. You can see now we come back to the last step again. Okay, so when you again replace the value null to na, null to na. So you can see now you got a na on the place of the null. Okay, so this is a postal code column where we replace the value. So it created a next step for replace value. Okay, so whatever you do, it will automatically will create a new step. Okay, so for the customer name, let's say now again find out something. This is for na, and let's see if there is a any null, if there is any null on the on the measure column. Okay, if there is any null on the measure column, I want to replace with the, is there any available null? Let me check. No, I don't think null is there. Okay, null is not there. Okay, so suppose client has a requirement and they wanted to replace the, if there is a null in the measure column. Okay, and they wanted to replace the null to the zero. Okay, so we can replace here also. We can replace here also. Okay, so that was the na, all this kind of. Clear everyone? What has explained about order these steps, apply steps?
Hemraj, I have a quick question here. When
Huh?
previously, when you were explaining Power Query Editor, when we have taken the order table here, then the header was not there. So manually we have put it the header as a first row. Then here you are saying that it's automatically promoted header. How
Yeah,
come?
see, last time when we did this, that was the data was not clean, right? And
Okay.
they had some problem with the data, that's why we manually added a header. But now
Yes.
here what happened, Power BI is able to identify the all header. Okay, if everything is good in your file or in your data sets, then Power BI automatically will detect. But if there is any issue with your data, and because of that Power BI not able to understand your column name or headers, okay, then only he will give you expected result. Then we have to manually change our data type, sorry, column names. We need to
Mhm.
take as a header. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So merge query and append query we will take at the end. Okay. Before that, I want to clear something. Okay. So okay. On the right side, are you clear about the right side properties? Apply say steps. How it created a new steps every time. Let's say, okay, let's say I'm going to create a, I'm going to, I want to extract the year. I want to extract the year from this column. Okay, so when I will extract the year, okay, so it will create a new step. So let's see, I want to create a, extract the year. So I will go to the add column, year, then year. Okay, so it extracted the year from this column. So you can see new step has generated what we action created now, right? For we created the extracted year, for that it created a new step, that is the inserted year. Okay, so whenever you do any action here, it will create a new step. If you do anything, if you do this here, okay, let me delete these steps, so you will not see here any year column because I deleted. Again if you try to create, it will generate again. Okay, so that are the steps. In the left side, in the left side, can you see queries header? Queries header. So
Yes.
queries is nothing but a table. Whatever the tables you connected in your Power BI, all this we will call it as a query here. Okay. So let's say suppose if you connect one more table, it will show you again as a query. Let's say I'm connecting this data again. Okay. So in this here you can see data is not clean. The column showing in the row, right? Name and address is showing in the row. Why? Because of the issue in the file or issue in the data. Okay, so sometime it happens, so we have to manually convert it into the, convert it the first row as a header. Okay, so just convert it the first row as a header. So you can see name and address, you got it as a header. Okay, so now you can see there is a second query has come. First was the order query, order table, then sample data set. So that is the second query. So these are the, we will call it as a query. These are the, we will call it as a query. If you want to rename the query name, we can change it here. Okay, just click on the order now. Okay, now we will see in the transform column and add column. Okay, in the transform column there are the some of the features are there. Okay, and add column. So let's see, for transform column I want to show you some of the features. Can you see this split column format? Okay, format split. Split column was available in the home also. Can you see in the home also it was available, and in the transform also it is available, and in the add column in the add column is not there. But format, extract, statistics, standard, scientific, trigonometry, all these are also available in the transform. Can you see statistics, standard, scientific? So in transform tab and add column, okay, in transform tab and add column tab, why they repeated same thing? Why they repeated same thing? Okay, so that you will understand when we perform the operation on this here. Okay, let's first find out the some of the features in the transform tab. Okay, in transform tab, first is a group by. So group by is nothing but the same which we seen here. Group by is nothing but the same which we seen here. So you don't need to uh, we need to do this right now. Okay, we already seen. Use first row as a header, that also we seen. Now first is a transpose and reverse rows. So this we will see later. Now let's focus on the count row. If I want to check how many records in this table, in order table, how many records are there? How to check how many records are there? So you just click on the count row. Just click on the count row. So you will see how many rows inside this table, how many records inside this order table. Okay, so there are 51,290 records are there. 51,290 records are there. So you can see it created a new step. Okay, and all this data has gone because it is showing the count only, right? So just close this now. Now we understand that we have only 51,290 record. Just close this count rows. So we got to back our original data. Click on transpose. Now you understood what is use of count rows. It is used to find out how many rows inside your table. Okay. Now second is for the data type. If you want to change your data type, I told you that we can change from here, right? So we can same thing do also from the here also. Same thing we can do also from here. Okay, to change the data type. To change the data type. So right now you can see your row ID is in the number format. It is showing in the number format. I want to convert into the text format. I want to convert into the text format. Just click on here. Click on the text. Okay, now it converted into the ABC. Can you see ABC? It means we change the data type of the column. We change the data type of the column. Okay, and new step created here, change data type. So I will just close this again. So we got back this one. Okay, so this is for the data type, changing the data type of the column. This is for the changing data type of the column. If you want to change particular date or time, so right now you can see order date. In order date we can see only date. I want to see the time also. Order date, sorry, date plus time. I want to see the date plus time. How to check this? We need to convert the data type. Just click on the data type. Okay, so right now it is in date format. Okay, so it is in the date format. So you can see now there is a date and time format are available. There is a date and time format are available. So I will click on date and time. So you can see now date and time both are in the values. Okay, date plus time. You can see date plus time. So when you convert into the date format and when you convert into the date and time, there is a two symbol come. You can see for the date it shows the calendar. For the date it shows the calendar, and for the date and time it shows the date plus calendar plus watch. It shows the calendar plus watch. It means it is showing date plus time. Date plus time in the column. Clear everyone?
I have a question here.
Yes.
You have changed here that row ID in ABC, the column.
Uh-huh.
What is
Okay.
the use of it? Then?
See, I was showing as a number. Okay. So row ID always been the as a dimension, right?
Yeah,
So we don't
dimension
need.
is there, but the in the columns there are numbers are there, right?
Yes.
Then what is the use of that to changing in ABC in decimal?
No, we cannot convert into a decimal this number because we don't have any value as a dot decimal value,
Okay, fine.
right? If you convert this number as a decimal, it will give you dot 00. Let's check. See, there is nothing we are getting because if you would had this number as a decimal already, then it would have give you the reaction. But now it is only as a showing a date, time, whole number or text. Okay, only both those you could see this. Just cancel the steps. Okay, so you got a row id here. Now order id, order date, ship date. Okay, are you clear about this order date converted into the time,
Yes.
everyone? Okay, or date plus time. Okay, so this was for the data type. We change it for the particular column. Now there was a second feature is a detect data type. Second feature is a detect data type, and next feature was the rename. Next feature was a rename. Okay, so detect data type, which we have it. It is for the to detect the data type of the column. Okay, so frequently we don't use it. Okay, because Power BI automatically detect the column data type of the column. Okay, now next is a rename. If you want to change the name of the column, let's say I have a row id, I want to convert into the row underscore id. So just click on the rename, so we can directly rename this. Okay, so you can see row id will receive it here. This same thing also renaming you can do by click on the right click on the column. You can do the right click on the column and rename option. Okay, same thing you can do using a right click on the column also. Okay, now next value is the replace value. Replace value, what is use of replace value? We already seen. Shalaka, what is use of replace value?
So we can replace the value. Suppose we have to replace the null with NA, then we can use that.
Yes. So if you want to replace the particular string to the other string, if you want to replace the particular number to the other number, we can use a replace. Okay. Rutuja, your is it your first session?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are from. I mean, from whom you are from?
Sir, Mauritius.
Ah, okay. Okay. So this is order ID in order date. Replace value. Okay. Fill keyword column. So this is for the order ID. That's it. Okay. Replace value done. Now there is a fill. Now what is the use of fill? Okay, this is very important and interview question. What is the use of fill up and fill down? Okay, he will not ask you question directly that what is use of fill up and fill down. Okay, he will give you scenario. Okay, what scenario he will give? Let me show you. Okay, so let me open the file, uh, notepad. Okay, let's say I have name, date. In name there is a, date is a 11/01 and then it is 3. Okay, b B showing as null. Okay, C also showing a null. Then D. E. F. Okay, so we have this one data. Now I have this data. Client has given this requirement that using this data. Let me save this first. Okay, in the data you can see some date available for the name A, and there are the data not available for B and C. Date also available for the D, but not available for the E and F. What my client is saying, you will get data like this. Okay, let's connect this data first. Let's connect this data first with the Power BI. How to connect with the data first for Power BI? Click on new source, click on new source, click on text and CSV, click on fill up sample that we created, and just open this file. Okay, so we got a data. So now we got a sample data sets, that is a name and date. Okay, so you can see there are showing a null. Why it is showing null? Because date was not available for that particular B and C, and E and F, but it is available for the A and D. Okay. Now my requirement is, client is saying that if there is a null, in the date column, it should be replaced with the latest date. It should be replaced with the latest date. What does it mean, latest date? From the top, if you are going from top, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, and if I am talking about go from the bottom, it means F, E, D, C, B, A. So now I am saying we are going from the top to bottom. Okay, from top to bottom, what first date is coming? 11/1/1993. And my client is saying if you found any null next to the date, next row to the date, you should replace the this one date, that is the 11/1/1993, okay, with the next null. So it will replace the 11/1/1993, it should replace with the 11/1/1993. Now if there is any new date will come automatically, it should replace with the next null. It should replace with the next null, means 12/1/1993, 12/1/1993. Are you clear what I'm saying, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, let me fill snipping. Okay, so let me, okay, so let's say we have this data, and now thing is, when we are going from the top to bottom, okay, first date we receive for the name A, for B it is showing null. So my client is saying it should replace with the this date, okay. So okay, so how to replace with the latest date with the null? So there is a, in transform there is a option is the fill. Okay, when I click on the fill down, it will go from the top to the down. If I click on the up, it will go from the bottom to up. Okay, let's click on the down now. So now can you see, for the A we had already date 11/1/1993. For B and C it replaced with the 11/1/1993. Now next day, now latest date come as a 12/01/1993, and both null has been replaced with the latest date. Both date has been replaced with the latest date. Okay, clear? Okay, this is clear, everyone? Chalaka,
Yes, sir.
Piyusha, yeah, Ruturaj, sorry, Rutuja.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So this is for the from top to bottom. But now let me close this one. Let me close this fill down. Okay, and now my client is saying that you should come from the bottom to top. You should replace the value from bottom to top. What does it mean? So now there is a null. Okay, then null, then new date come. So this date should replace the next null with the next null. What does it mean? 12/1/1993 should replace with the next null. 12/1/1993 should replace with the next null. Clear what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so how to replace? So let's see. Just click on fill and click on up. Up means it will go from the bottom to top. So click on the up. So you can see null has not, this null is not replaced with any date, because there was no date before this null. There was not any date before this null. Okay, but there was a new date come. Okay, and this new date has replaced with the next null, this one and this one, and then again new date come. Okay, so this is how it works, fill up and fill down. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so that was about the fill up and fill down. So mostly interview questions will come like this. They will give you scenario that I have two column. In the date I have missing, okay, I have missing some dates, and I want to replace the that null date with the latest date. that null date with the replace date. So how to replace that null date with the latest date? So you need to have knowledge that I mean, if you have practice on it, you will be able to tell him the answer or solution. That we have some features, we have some option, that is a fill up and fill down. Using the fill up and fill down, we can replace the value accordingly. Okay, clear? Okay. Now next is, after fill up and fill down, there is a pivot. So okay, pivot, right now I don't want to take this. Okay, this is also one of the important. Then there is a move column. What is the move? This is for the, if you want to take your column from one location to other location. Let's say I have this order id, okay, and this is a customer id. I want to take this customer id on the beside of the order id, on the left side of the order id. How to take this? So you can just click on the move, okay, and take the left. Okay, it come on the left. Again I will make it as a left until I will get into the order id. Let's click on left, okay, or left. Okay, so this is a manual option. You can directly also just select the column and take this column also like this. Okay, you can take also like this. Just select the column by right in the mouse, using mouse. Clear, Ariel? So you can see new step has generated, that is a reorder column. Why? Because we just reorder the column from one position to other position. Okay, so that was for the move. Okay, now convert to the list. So convert to the list is also a little different, that we will see when we see the pivoting. Now split column already we seen, right everyone? In the split column we are already seen. Anyone have a issue on this split column? Sudarshan,
Yeah,
Vaibhav?
little bit confusion is there because the practice have not done. If
Okay,
you have the recording session, please upload so that we can practice it.
okay, sure. So upload, I will upload both the root session by today, so you will have practice on this. Okay, after split column there is a format. In format you can make it as a uppercase, okay, lowercase, or you can make it capitalize each word, trim, clean, add a prefix and suffix. So what does it mean? Let's see. If you want to convert, if you have a name column, where is the name column? Customer name. In this customer name I want to convert everything is a lowercase. Okay, lowercase means small letter or capital letter, right? So small I want to convert into a small. How to convert? So just go to the format, click on the lowercase. What it will do? It will convert into the everything in the lowercase. Just click on this. Can you see now? Everything has been converted into lowercase. I want to convert into the uppercase. How to do this? Just click on this. Click on the uppercase. It means capital. Okay. Now my requirement is, client is saying that your first name and last name is there. Your first name only first initial letter should be capital and rest should be small. Okay, on the both first name and last name. How to make it? So capitalize each word. Okay, so you can see each word capitalized means it has just converted your into the uh, uppercase capital of the each word. Okay, so that is a three cases we have it. Now next thing, okay, in the name column, let's see the sample data, fill up sample. In the name column, after A, there is some space. After A, there is some space. Before A also there is some space. Okay. After B also there is some space. Okay. Then C is a good. Then I am making as a E as a has a some space. Okay, and I am saving this data. And let's go to the fill up sample data. So in fill up sample data, just refresh the data. How to refresh data? Click on home, refresh preview. Okay, so you can see ABC is showing something on A, showing like this. There is some space before A. Okay, and let me add some space before B also. And before E also. Okay, just save the file and refresh the data. So you can see A, B has some space before their capital, before name. Before A there is some space. Before B there is space. I want to remove the spaces from the left and right side of the each word. Left side and right side of the each word. How to remove the spaces? How to remove the spaces? Okay, so there is a in the transform. If you go to the transform, you will see in the format. If you go to the format, you will see there's a trim function. There's a trim function. So trim function which is used to remove the spaces. Which is used to remove the spaces. Okay, just click on trim. Can you see now? All spaces has been removed from front and back of the A and B. See all name. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now next is a clean. Okay, clean doesn't give anything. Okay, let it be. Then there's a add prefix and add suffix. Add prefix and add suffix. What does it mean? So everyone know what is a prefix and suffix. Okay. Suppose in every name on the every name in the front of the every name, I need to add some Sri or Mr. Mrs. Okay. How to add those? Using add prefix, I can add this. Okay, just go to the order table. In order table, there is a customer name. There is a customer name. In order table, we have customer name. I want to add some prefix. I want to add some prefix before the name. I want to add some prefix before the name. Okay, how to add? Just click on the format. Click on the add prefix. Okay, I want to add Mr. Okay, so we just added the prefix. So you can see we use the prefix to add some attach the word. Okay, before the word. Okay, after the word you can add also using suffix. After the name you can add a something. If you want to add something, you can add a using suffix. So clear about what is the use of add prefix and add suffix? This is for the addition. Okay, now
Yeah.
next thing is extract. Next thing is extract. Okay, so from extract we will start from tomorrow. So we'll cover this one. So today I will upload this session. Okay, so we'll connect tomorrow on the same time. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll connect tomorrow on the same time. Bye.
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 Bye.